Hello there, Virgo friend. Welcome to the Divine Phoenix Rising Tarot. I am Zachary, and this is my channel. If this is your first time here, welcome. And if you are returning, welcome back. This is our first weekly read here, my first weekly read here for you. We did the October, the monthly read, which is up. If you haven't seen it, I highly recommend. It goes over in a lot more detail what's happening with the eclipse here on the 14th. So here this week, on the 14th, we actually have the eclipse and the new moon. So, so far, with just about every sign, there has been this continuation of some themes that were in the month read. So that may come through here as well. For Virgo, it was all about having the energy to make some new moves with your money. And not necessarily like spending your money in new ways, but having the opportunity to make money in new ways. And so that, like I said, being around the time of the eclipse here, that may come through. Oh, and also, I have noticed here too, my ring light has been doing some funny things. So if it goes off, I've just decided at this point, we're just going to it's going to be tarot after dark. We'll just stay in the dark there. But forgive me if that does happen. For now, we've got the light on. We'll see where we go, what happens. So I'm working with my Light Seers Tarot and I've been calling this my Witchy Tarot. It's the Modern Witch deck, just if anybody was curious. My Witchy Tarot. And then I've got my Standard Rider deck here for any clarifications that I'd like to do. So we're just going to dive right in and get started here. We are looking for information, spirit, for Virgo for the week of October 9th. I'm going to do a few card pulls here, and then with the Witchy Tarot, my Modern Witch, I'm going to do the same. What is the challenge this week? What is the blessing? And clarifying the outcome, and then what energy needs to be cleared in order to move forward with the best possible outcome. So, yeah, Spirit, what does Virgo need to know? Oh, it looks like it's fritzing out there a little bit. Might just need to get a new ring light. We'll see. What does Virgo need to know? Maybe it's only for certain signs. I just did Taurus, and it popped off a couple times. Maybe it's just saying that some of you are in the dark. I don't know. So we've got the Hanged Man, the Three of Wands here, the Devil, Knight of Cups. All right. And then I'm going to pull those 4 cards here real quick as well. So if any of you did watch the monthly and are now watching this as well, first of all, thank you for coming back. Highly, highly appreciate the repeat business. Like I said in those first videos, I'm definitely trying to build this channel, so I need your help. I need your support. That algorithm isn't going to write itself. This is just the world we live in now. But let's see here what Spirit has to say for you. Okay. So we've got the Page of Cups, Queen of Pentacles, 8 of Cups, and then the Three of Wands. All right. And then bottom of the deck here, we've got 3 of Cups. So there's definitely something about, for some of you, or a lot of you, there is an energy around needing to bring your people in, needing to be around your people, and building more of a positive vibration, enjoying each other's company. Camaraderie is what that's all about. So some of you may be struggling with something right now. I mean, we've got the Devil here, which tells me that there's a struggle of some sort going on, and it's probably internal. So there is a recommendation of reaching out to a friend, phone a friend. Our reading for the month was pretty positive. It talked about having success around a new venture, possibly, making money. So let's take a look and see what we have specifically this week. With the eclipse, we're looking at a portal. This is chaos energy week. And that portal is going to allow us to move into a time that we want to be in. So it's really important right now to focus on what it is that we do want and not focus on those things that we don't want. Even if those things may have validity to them. I'm not saying like turn a blind eye to something that's very important. Like if your house is on fire, it's on fire, right? Should probably call the fire department. But if that fire is in your mind, well, maybe don't focus on that right now. I'm not saying dismiss it completely, but this week, don't focus on the things that you don't want, because that's the portal you're jumping into. Just from me to you, one friend to another. So coming into this situation, we've got the Hanged Man. So this is telling me that some of you maybe have been changing the way that you're viewing something or changing your perspective. Maybe some of you have been finally getting down and meditating and finding that inner peace and that connection to yourself and the divine, and enjoying that peace because of it. And then I'm definitely feeling that others of you are resisting that. And there's a need to do that, to change your perspective on something. And when it talks about changing your perspective, that's not a light switch. None of this is. There's not an easy button. So in order to change your perspective, you need to go inside, and you need to find that new perspective. Yeah, we're in the dark here. It's funny that it goes off on that. So maybe that's what's being highlighted here. If you guys are feeling lost or in the dark somewhere, I encourage you to go inside. The answer is not out here. Rarely is it out here. I promise. Unless you're, going to school and learning something new, what you're looking for is inside. And some of you may be doing that already and you're on that path, and kudos. If you are, keep doing that. But I'm definitely feeling for a lot of you, there's something that you're searching for, and the answer's not out here. I'm sorry, it's not. So what isn't important to be focusing on right now this week is the Three of Wands. And you've actually got the Three of Wands as the energy that needs to be cleared for the week too. So that's very interesting. The Three of Wands is putting something into action. So Two of Wands is about making this plan to get going. And the Three of Wands is about putting it into action. And I'm getting from this card too, because she's looking out in the distance here, both cards. They're very similar of each other here. But they're looking out into the distance over these waters. Could be the future. For some of you, what I'm getting is that this is saying to reel it in, homegirl, homeboy, to not look so far into the future, because there are so many factors that can change in the meantime, that trying to plan your every move that far into the future is not only folly and exhausting, but it's not gonna get you anywhere. It's not really gonna be accurate either. So what I'm getting is, especially with the Hanged Man coming in, that this is talking about pausing. Hold up. This is asking you to take a beat and gain a new perspective on something. And I think for most of you, for a lot of you, that's talking about something that you've been struggling with right now, that you are just reaching somewhere outside of yourself for the answer. And the answer is in here. You just need to go in and get it. So this is important. I mean, putting things into action, putting your plans into action are important. Just not right this second. This is asking you to hold up. What is important right now is the Devil. And what this is telling me is that some of you are experiencing a battle with your inner dark. And it's really important to do shadow work. I'm not getting that this is, I mean, it's a portion of working with your shadow here. Needing to get this in line and not kick it out, not force it out, because that's not possible. What you resist persists. Always. Always, always. So Spirit is asking you to take a second and figure out what's coming up and making you feel the way that you're feeling right now, or behave the way that you're behaving, or what is making you engage in the behaviors that you're engaging in, or activities that you're engaging in. There's something about your shadow, your own toxic behavior, that's keeping you bound in a situation that you probably don't like. It's really important to shed light on the dark. We don't want to dismiss these portions of ourselves either. That's what's coming to me too, is we want to invite those components of ourselves to the dinner table as well. Not forever, but they do need to feel welcome. They do need to, because they're a part of you. You are light and you are dark. You can't be light without the dark. So assimilating eventually these components of yourself into a congruent unit is actually going to make you much more powerful of a person in the long run. Your light is only as great as your understanding and acceptance and commanding of your dark. And that first takes being able to have a conversation with those components of yourself. Because most of the time they feel like they don't belong. Maybe try telling them they do belong and then see what kind of story they give you. That's what I'm getting. Hang yourself up. Hang yourself upside down here. Take a pause, meditate to find that peace. And on your journey of finding that peace, something's gonna come up that's gonna tell you why you're not feeling at peace. Stop trying to avoid this, because it is gonna keep coming up. And for some of you right now, I'm feeling, it's very important to get to the bottom of this. And with the portal energy coming through, I think, so where this leads, you've got the Knight of Cups. What this is telling me is that it's really important for you right now to add some love to this guy. This guy tends to not get love. Which, I know, a lot of you are probably just saying, yeah, well, duh. I don't want that to be here. And that's the problem. You can't just kick him out. This is a part of who you are. And you're not going to be able to adjust those components of yourself if you're going to keep lying to yourself that they're not even there. Sorry, Virgo. And this is something that, trust me, Virgo rising, Virgo moon, I definitely have done this for a good portion of my life. And it's like throwing oil on a fire. Or water on a grease fire. Stop doing that. Because I know you've been doing it probably for a while. Whatever is going on here that you need to come face to face with. Quit bringing water. Quit bringing water. Bring something to cover it up. And not like to hide it, but to embrace it. There's something that you need to embrace about yourself that you don't want to. Try it. You haven't yet? Try it. But with the Knight of Cups coming up as what this is good for, this is love. He's the, Prince Charming, Princess Charming. What I'm getting from this is, because this is a very kind of like, new love, flirtatious energy. The Knight of Cups typically is pursuing that love at all costs, no matter what else is going on around him. And that makes a lot of sense. You're really needing to bring that attitude, that persistence towards love, shut everything else out and come love this guy or girl or them, Zer. There's a component of yourself that has been starving for love and it's not getting it. And that's just going to keep you where you've been. It's not going to take you to where it is that you want to go. So you're being encouraged here with the eclipse to take a beat, take a seat. Let's have a meet, with love and light, instead of continuing to. There's a little picture here. The devil has got this is you as the marionette, and you're crunched over in just agony. Those pieces of dark, or whatever that component is that you're avoiding inside of yourself, is causing you to do things that you don't want to do. So it's time to put on your spelunking gear and let's go check it out. And make sure that you bring your candy hearts and a bouquet of flowers. Maybe even write a little love letter to those dark parts of yourself. Because a lot of times, too, those dark parts of yourself, you guys, are components from your childhood that got completely shunned by somebody around you first, and then you decided to shun that too. So we're in a time now where we're done doing that. We shouldn't have done it in the first place. But we're at a time where, as we are ascending from 3D to 5D, a lot of us that are here now have the task of clearing out generational trauma. And that blows. It's hard work. And at the same time, it is like the only thing that actually matters right now. I mean, it is important to experience life. That's why we're here. But one of the charges that we have as people that are here now is to start clearing out the crap. So it's time for you to go back and start dating those darker parts of yourself. Just see what happens. Give it a shot. So your challenge for the week is the Page of Cups. And the Page of Cups is, this is like an offer of love. There's somebody new coming into the situation, and the tidal wave of emotions that follows that can be overpowering. So dovetailing off of that work that you're needing to do here in your shadow, you may be feeling overwhelmed. But if you take the time to sit with yourself and meditate, like actually sit down and meditate, you guys, it makes a difference. Quiet what is going on. And you can't fully stop it, but learning how to receive messages when there is stuff going on here is what meditating is all about. But when we're in high beta brainwave activity, which is your anxiety, all of that, there's no messages coming through there. So the point of sitting down and meditating is to start getting yourself to bring your brainwaves down, hopefully to a place of theta, which is that twilight right before sleep or waking up. That's where we really receive those deep messages. But in high beta, in beta 2 activity, you're not getting anything except for run, I gotta, whatever it is that you feel that you have to do because your anxiety is telling you that. That is such a shitty way of living. And I'm not dismissing anxiety as real. But if you're struggling with that, then it's time to do what you can to start quelling that. And a big part of that is you have this power inside of you to sit down and calm yourself. And if you don't know how to do that, now is the time to start learning. This is a life skill. And really it should be taught in schools. Well, in some schools they are teaching it with great success. So that's what I'm feeling encouraged to say. With the Page of Cups being your conflict for the week, what that's saying to me is that there may be a lot of emotions coming up. There may be, that makes sense. If you're going to visit these shadow parts of you, it's going to be emotional. So be ready for that. It's not impossible. It's just, it might be a little tricky, and that's okay. What your blessing for the week is, being the Queen of Pentacles. She's the person who creates the world that she wants. She chooses every detail. The color of the drapes, the pile of the carpet, how many windows in her home. Everything about what she does, she has brought into it with care and selective choosing, because she knows what it is that makes her feel comfortable in what she wants. So with this being your blessing this week, you have the opportunity right now with this eclipse to start really choosing those components of what you want. And there is that energy that's coming through of needing to bring that love to, because what I'm getting is this is overpowering some of you right now intensely. And that's going to make it difficult to hyper jump into the reality that you want here with the eclipse coming up. So try adding some love to the Kool-Aid, you know? Love makes everything taste better. And that's going to allow you to start utilizing the energy that you deserve to use here for the week, which is just like every detail, being able to choose every single detail of what you want your life to be. And to have the confidence and poise to do that, even when you are struggling with some of your darker pieces. So clarifying the outcome here with the Knight of Cups, that was, you know, adding, really like going and dating those darker parts of yourself. The Eight of Cups, this is all about leaving something behind, something that's not working for you anymore. What I'm getting from this is you're leaving behind that attitude of pushing down your dark. You're strong. You're super strong. You're earth. You have that stable energy that you can tap into. And even if you're not feeling stable, you can get there. And so this is just saying this is an opportunity for you to leave something behind. And I think what that's saying to me, getting into calming down and meditating so that you can meet your shadow in a way that you can give it the love that it needs. You're leaving behind that old way of approaching these darker shadow toxic parts of yourself. You're breaking those binds. This is an opportunity for you this week to break these binds. That's a hell of an opportunity. So the energy that needs to be cleared, this is, like I said, we're putting on pause here too. This energy is important. The Three of Wands. Energy that needs to be cleared is the Three of Wands. What I'm getting from that, again, it's quit trying to run. That's what I'm getting. Quit trying to run from what is hard on the inside for you. That attitude of it's too hard or it's too painful needs to go. That's what I'm getting for you here, Virgo. I know, you know, this is a little bit more not as fun, you know, I guess, as the larger reading for the month, but this is a part of it. What I'm getting from that is this is really important for you to find a better relationship with. And I think that is what's going to allow this possibility of you blossoming with a new, whether it's a financial opportunity, job, relationship, opportunity to travel, whatever this opportunity is that's going to allow your abundance to really come in, especially in a financial way. It's really important for you to address this part of you and to leave that behind. So thank you for joining me here, Virgo. I hope this was helpful or you found something helpful about it. And check out your sun, moon, rising, and Venus for a more complete picture on what's going on for you this week. And I will see you next week. Okay, love you, Virgo.